Good evening. The Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District Board of Trustees is now convened in a regular board meeting on Monday, April 8th, 2019, in the boardroom of the Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District Instructional Support Center, located at 10300 Jones Road, Houston, Texas, at 6 p.m. I want to welcome the members of our audience and our television viewers to this meeting of the Board of Trustees. As the Cypress-Fairbanks Board of Trustees, we are here to set goals, listen to reports from the superintendent, approve budgets, contracts, personnel appointments, and make policy for the district. It is not the role of the board to make day-to-day operational decisions. The management and day-to-day operations of the district are the responsibility of the superintendent. We have policies and procedures in place to resolve concerns and issues. This is a public meeting of the Board of Trustees, not a meeting of the public. Prior to this meeting, board members received information related to items on tonight's agenda. Agenda items will not necessarily be handled in the order listed on the notice. The meeting is open to all who wish to attend and hear the matters discussed. During the course of this meeting, the board may determine that a closed session is necessary. In that event, the board will meet in closed session to consider matters duly posted for this meeting as permitted by sections 551.071 through 551.084 of the Texas Government Code. These proceedings are airing live on CF-TV Channel 16 and CF Online at the district website. They will also be rebroadcast throughout the month on Channel 16 and available as video on demand on the website. For the tape to adequately reflect the proceedings, I respectfully ask that you please refrain from talking while others are speaking and that cell phones are turned off or in silent mode. Thank you for taking the time to join us this evening and for your interest in the Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize our Community Leadership Committee members who are in attendance this evening. I would also like to recognize our Boy Scouts from Leslie Francis.
We have tonight Julie Heineman.
We have tonight Julie Heineman.
Yeah, Julie.
The invocation for tonight's board meeting will be given by Dr. Davin Bond, Senior Pastor of St. John Lutheran Church for 14 years. St. John's has been a long-time supporter of our district's Bus Buddies program, providing volunteers to ensure our elementary students get off at the correct bus stop the first couple of days of school. Dr. Bond and his wife Diane have 4 married sons and 9 delightful grandchildren living in Washington State, Germany, and Texas, so Dr. Bond knows the importance of keeping our youth directed and on the right path. Thank you for being here tonight and for the ongoing support you and your church provide to our students and our Cypher community. And now, the AFJ ROTC cadets who will be presenting the colors this evening are from the Cypress Falls High School. They are Cadet Olivia Camarena, Cadet Sonia Sharma, Cadet Shanae Denkins, Cadet Idalia Ramirez. Our cadets this evening are under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Chris Eccles and Master Sergeant Herman Broussard. At this time, I would ask you to please stand for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
If you, the cadets, if you wait till after the invocation, please.
Okay.
I'm honored to be invited to offer this prayer before your board meeting. Yours is an honorable and important responsibility, that of guiding the educational enterprise of many schools of our district and providing for the faithful administration of these schools. The administrators, the teachers, the aides, the staff, and most importantly, providing for the educational growth of the children and youth of those schools and their families. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but I am telling you that I have at least some awareness of the weight of the far-reaching implications of your responsibilities. Thank you for your dedication to this important task. Scripture says in Proverbs 1, verse 7, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline." And again in Proverbs 2, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." To that end, I offer this prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for these women and men who serve for the educational welfare of the Cypher Independent School District. Give them wisdom to use the knowledge they have received for the good of our schools and community. Reveal to them those things they need to know in order to make good decisions. Allow them to experience peace and harmony against the backdrop of many cultures, ethnic, and religious groups represented here. Give them understanding toward one another and a willingness to set aside personal preferences for the sake of the greater good. Have mercy on them when they err, and give them a gracious spirit toward others who err as well. Grant them your Holy Spirit, O God, so that they may know what is truly good and guide and govern the affairs of this district according to your good will. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Do I start? Do I say this? Board Member Tom Jackson will read the district's vision and mission statement for the benefit of the audience. We will now move on.
Our Cypress-Fairbanks vision statement is to learn, empower, achieve, and dream, lead. Our Cypress-Fairbanks mission statement is to maximize every student's potential through rigorous and relevant learning experiences, preparing students to be the 21st century global leaders.
We will now move on to the recognitions portion of the agenda. 1A, the board will recognize students participating in the board shadowing project.
Dr. Ogletree, Board of Trustees, it's our pleasure to have 11 outstanding seniors joining us tonight for our annual board shadowing activity. These students have been selected by their high school principals to join us and witness firsthand the work of local government, and more specifically the work of the Board of Trustees and the decision and things that you engage in that most directly impact them and the education that they receive in Cypress-Fairbanks. At this time, we're going to allow each associate and board member introduce their shadow, and we'll begin with Dr. Macias introducing our shadow.
Good evening. Ms. Hall and Marnie and I have had the pleasure of visiting with Allison Garza, Allie. Allie is a senior at Cypress Lakes High School, and she is a long-time Cypress student. She attended Wilson Elementary and Watkins Middle School, and now Cy Lakes. Mr. Jackson, I think this will please you. She had a choice between Baylor and UT Austin, and she She chose University of Texas at Austin. Not only that, but she has a brother there, and she has a twin brother that will also be attending UT. Miss Mangoy over here is also a UT grad. She plans to receive her degree to be a physical assistant I'm sorry, physician assistant. Thank you, Teresa. Physician assistant. Allie shared that her most challenging course in high school was calculus, and her most favorite has been psychology. And something interesting about Allie is that she was part of our bond long range steering committee. And while we were at our table, I believe it was Abby who asked a question about the process for the bond, and Allie did a great job in sharing with her the process and the months of work that went into establishing the bond proposal. So, Allie, we're so glad that you're here and excited that you're a part of this.
I'm glad to be part of it too. Thank you.
Well, good evening. It has been a pleasure to learn more about Lauren Morton, Mr. Snow, and I. Lauren has been able to shadow us during dinner and just learn so much about her. She's a senior at Cypress Falls High School. Let me tell you just a little bit of information about her and her family. She has an older brother and sister who both graduated from Cy Falls. She has a younger sister in the 6th grade at Truett Middle School. Lauren is in the Golden Eagle Band and has been for all 4 years of high school. She plays the flute and has been in band since 7th grade. So you know the time commitment and the dedication and commitment it takes, and then also to be such a strong academic student as well. She is in the Young Writers Club and multiple cultural clubs at Cypress Falls, and she shared her most challenging course is Spanish 4 AP dual credit. Lauren plans to major in international studies. She is interested in politics and very passionate about making a difference. She is also interested in school finance. So you can imagine Mr. Snow and Lauren had a few things to talk about over dinner regarding school finance. She's looking to attend one of the following schools: University of Houston, Pace University in New York, Belmont, or Long Island University. Both of her parents served in the military, and she commented about how they have been such wonderful support system and role models for her. And just an interesting fact, about Lauren is she attended 13 different elementary schools. So it was an honor and will be to learn even more about Lauren. So please join Mr. Snow and I in welcoming Lauren to the student shadowing.
Hi, I'd like to introduce Micah Brock, and Micah goes to Jersey Village High School and will graduate in May, as all of our students do. He's gone to Postma, Gleason, Cook, and now lives in goes to Jersey Village. He lives in Willow Bridge, which is one of the subdivisions just outside Jersey Village. He is the second child in his family of 4. He has an older sister and 2 younger brothers. He has plans to go to Texas A&M University. That's where his sister is attending right now. He wants to major in chemistry, and he's interested in pursuing a career in the military, perhaps even being a Navy SEAL. He's a very busy young man. This weekend, he not only had choir UIL, but he also had a track meet. He runs the 100-meter, he does the long jump, and is in the 4x4 mile relay. And he's also the manager of the Jersey Village Pool and is going to be a coach for the Jersey Village Stars. So when I said he was busy, I'm truly speaking the truth. His most difficult class is chemistry AP, and I'm impressed that he still wants to be a chemistry major when he's going through that class and is having a difficult time with it. He also enjoys working out and young life, and when he relaxes, he just works out more. So that's pretty impressive, and I know he's going to go far. Will you join me in welcoming Micah to the dais?
Y'all might want to stand up for this one. It's my pleasure to introduce my board shadow, Amy Pham, from Cypress Creek High School, which was my rival high school. We kind of talked that a little bit, but we're going to let that go. I know it is. Amy went to Jaeger, and then I rezoned her to Matsky. Found that out. She was not too happy about that. Wasn't even the new Matsky, which that kind of stinks. Then she went to Blyle and Cypress Creek. I did contact her principal, Miss Snookhouse, because a lot of times these students, they have all these great achievements, and they'll put like bowling as a hobby, and that's it. And you're just kind of going, come on, man, let's hear about it. So Miss Snookhouse told me that Amy was the second student admitted to UT Nursing School for the class of 2019. She was admitted straight to nursing school and is going on the UT Impact Scholarship, which is a 4-year full-ride scholarship where she will obtain her RN and then get her master's and be an anesthesia nurse. So she'll probably get to work on the superintendent at his age. She's also president of Cy Creek Student Council. And then some of the things she shared with me is that she is on the superintendent council. Dr. Henry, you probably recognize her on that. She volunteers at her church and then also at Methodist Hospital, and she currently works at I Care for You. So she wanted me to give them a plug. She's kind of looking at getting a raise and stuff, so if they're watching, she's just like another $1 an hour. It's not a lot to ask. She's going to be going to school. Just hook her up, please. Her least favorite subject, 2 of them are English and history, which is kind of shocking because those were the only ones I was actually good at besides PE. But her favorites are math and science, obviously, if you're going to be an RN. Her hobbies are hand lettering and calligraphy, and I Googled that. That's when you make these really neat letters. Have you seen that? It's awesome. Oh, okay. I thought y'all did. She likes watching TV shows. The only one that we have in common was This Is Us, but I'm 18 episodes behind, so we really couldn't talk about that. She likes to travel if she gets the chance, and she enjoys being with the people that she loves. Finally, for any males out there, she has a prom date. I saw the dude, good-looking kid. He's in the, what's his name? Ryan? Brian. Okay, Brian. Don't even go there. Don't even try. Taken for the prom. Just letting y'all know. All right, let's give it up for Amy. Oh, hey, Brian, congratulations. She can say Brian's watching. You're the man, Brian. You're the man.
I won't do that.
That's funny. All right, I just told Abby I'm not going to do that to her. So I would like to interview Cy-Fair's Abby Schellenhammer, and if the name Schellenhammer sounds familiar, it's because her grandfather was an administrator with us, and I think he finished his time at Goodson Middle School. Abby is a third-generation Cy-Fair, about to be graduate. She has 3 sisters. One is actually going to Texas Tech, so she does want to get out of here before the game starts. Abby attended Millsap and Hamilton. Her parents are active in the community. Her plans are to attend University of Houston and study environmental systems, and she has received a full scholarship, including room and board, and an internship possibly to the Galapagos Islands from the University of Houston. Oh, wow. Her major is environmental systems. Harvey has inspired Abby to study how the environment affected by the changing climate. She's been very active in her Science National Honor Society and Key Club. Her most challenging course was calculus. She loves running, and she really enjoyed cross country until her cross-country coach went to one of our new high schools. She loves reading and certainly studying the environment. So I would like to welcome Abby to the dais. Abby.
Thank you, and shadowing me this evening is Rishi Kamalapati. And Rishi is a senior at Langham Creek High School, and his proud parents, you'll find out why he's such a smart young man. His father is an environmental engineer professor at Prairie View A&M, and his mother is an IT systems manager for Lucian. Rishi went through Copeland and Aragon, and then on to Langham Creek. And Don, the one disappointment in his life was he applied at University of North Texas and didn't get in. but he was accepted to MIT. So he'll be attending Massachusetts Institute of Technology this fall, majoring in mechanical engineering, and he'll have with an emphasis in CAD and CAM design. Rishi is in the Science National Honor Society, the Technology Student Association, participated in Science Olympiad. His favorite, his most challenging course in high school, not his favorite, he made that clear, was English 4 AP. His interests are archery, CAD design, video games, reading, and I've known Rishi for a long time. Rishi serves on the Superintendent Student Leadership Advisory Committee. In fact, we had our dinner about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Rishi, and I got to spend about an hour and a half, and I'm just fascinated by getting to go to MIT and the excitement that must be for him and his parents. And I have to tell you this, of course, bragging on Rishi, but Langham Creek High School has 4 students that have been accepted and will be attending the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That's more students than any other comprehensive high school in the nation. The only high school with more is a magnet school in Austin, and they had 5. So I think that's something to be proud of here in Cy-Fair ISD. So present to you Rishi Kamalapati.
I'm happy to introduce and present to you Aaron Perez from Cypress Springs High School. He has also attended Joel and Elementary and Kayla Middle School, and he says he really loves Cy Springs. He loves everyone there from the top down. Dr. Henry and his band director, Ms. Christensen, has made a significant impact in his life. He has been at Cy Springs all 4 years, and he also has a mother who works here at the ISC building, Nydia Perez, and where is she? There she is. She works here with Ife Obumake, one of our great secretaries here, and she has had an impact on his life as well as his father. He is attending the University of Houston, and he will enter as a music education major. His music education combines his 2 passions, art and teaching. He began in music at the age 5. His father was a musician, and that has stuck with him. He has a older brother at the University of Houston presently, also a music major, and he also has a brother at Lone Star. He is quite an impressive young man, and very dutiful, knows where he wants to go, what he wants to accomplish, and his most challenging subject is calculus. And beside music, he's also interested in ancient history, linguistics, and world cultures. I asked him what type of music, what genre did he like, and he likes contemporary orchestral music. He likes jazz, choral, and he is right now getting ready to audition for a national musical festival. And I just believe that we're going to hear and see much of Aaron in the future. Welcome. Let's welcome him and thank him for being here.
Good evening. I would like to introduce you to an amazing young woman, Thosi Iyengar. She came to us from California, then Ohio, got to Goodson Middle School in 8th grade, and is graduating from Cypress Woods High School. I'm so impressed with this young woman. You are going to see her in the future, and I think in the very near future. Right now, she's choosing between Princeton and a full ride to Vanderbilt. So she's going to finish making up her mind on that. She wants to double major in political science and neuroscience with the intent of pursuing a career in medicine and advising on health policy. One of the things she said to me tonight was, if I see something I don't like, I work to change it. She is interested in classical and non-classical Indian dance. She has already formed her own youth advocacy group, which is the Houston Asian American Pacific Islander Youth. She's already led rallies to help our Vietnamese refugee families. There's just, like I said, we're going to see her in the future. And we talked about so many different things, but one of the things she said, we were talking about culture and perceptions of people. And we talked about, she said, putting people in a box negates their life's work and squashes their soul searching, all the hours spent figuring out who they are because someone wants to digest them faster. So impressive, so already perceptive of the world at this young age. And I just know we're going to see great things. So please welcome Thosi.
This evening, I am pleased to introduce my board shadow to you, Musa Bailey, a most capable young man whose pathway coming here to the district is very similar to everybody else up here with a bit of a twist. So he started at Kirk, went to Truett, and he will be graduating from Cypress Ridge High School. He does happen to be still 16 years old, and he started out in our school system being freshly adopted. Both of these merely empower him to do more. He is constantly on a quest. His most challenging class was calculus, but then I asked him what his most favorite was. Listen to his answer because you get to see, it's a little window into who he is. His most favorite class was Algebra 2 because he was able to help others in his class learn the material. That says a lot about who Musa is. Let me tell you something that his nominating teacher said about him. Extremely intelligent, thoughtful, caring young man, a strong natural leader. He is also a Renaissance man involved in everything from sports to music and is talented at them all. The one that she left out is he is most humble about his accomplishments. His drive is constantly focused on how he can help others. It does make a little sense that he would be this way because his mother retired as a teacher at Dean, and I believe his sister is a teacher at Belial, and they may be with us in the audience tonight, and if you are, please stand. Oh, go ahead and stand up. He, like some of our others up here, was in band. He still is. He chose to play the saxophone, and to give you another little, open another window, so he plays saxophone not only for the school, but also in his church. He'll learn the music by ear, and then as the choir is singing, he adds a little jazz rendition of his own. He thoroughly enjoys it. He was a member of his high school's wrestling team, and he also played football. What's interesting is I asked him, what do you want to do after you graduate? What are your plans? So top on the list, what really has his fire and interest is to join the Marines. And I thought, very commendable. But then he added, if he went into the workforce, pastor, he wanted to go into the ministry. But first, what I found amazing is he's going to go to Stephen F. Austin on a scholarship/work study so that he can study IT and video editing. He does the video editing for his church, and he is teaching the elders of his church how to enhance presentation at church services. There is much more I could tell you about him, but another little image is he describes himself as a jack of all trades, but as his teacher pointed out, he is a master at almost everything he touches, with one exception. He can't stand raw tomatoes. So please, let's give a warm welcome for Musa.
Good evening. It is my distinct honor tonight to introduce my shadow, Daniela Connor, a student at Cy Ranch High School. Daniela started her career in Cypher ISD in first grade at Warner Elementary and helped to open that new elementary school, and then attended Smith Middle School before becoming a Mustang at Cy Ranch. She currently has twin brothers at Smith Middle School, and while in school, she has been a very busy young lady too. She has been involved in Model UN, Key Club, National Honor Society, and a host of other clubs and activities. She loves biology, and that is leading her towards medicine, a career in medicine. She's not sure if it's going to be neurology or surgery, but she'd also like to learn more about anthropology and medical ethics. And she has some tough decisions coming up in deciding where to attend. Her choices are Johns Hopkins, Duke, University of Chicago, and Rice. And she thinks she's leaning a little bit towards Duke. Her least favorite class, or most challenging, has been AP Physics. But she has, she said she thinks her career path began when she was 10 years old and they had career day at school, and she chose to be a doctor. She wore doctor attire to school, so that seemed to lead her down that path. She does a lot of volunteer work and has a heart for others. She's worked at Texas Children's in the emergency room, assisting with the kids and trying to keep them occupied. And she also has been going over to Salyers and is in charge of their Builders Club for grades 6 through 8. We talked a little bit about travel. She's already been to Western Europe, and there were a number of different countries. She thought maybe France was her favorite because she's been taking French in high school, but she also liked Belgium, right? Yeah. She loves reading and going to the movies. We are both Sandra Bullock fans, we discovered, and enjoy her movies. And she's just an awesome young lady with beautiful blue eyes, and I think she has a bright future ahead of her, and will do awesome things in life, and will take care of those of us who are in the aging process. If she goes into neurology, she probably will be dealing with some of us one day, but she's one of Cypher ISD's brightest students, and I'm so proud to have her join me this evening.
Good evening. Roy and I have had the privilege and honor of getting to know Jacqueline Zunagra. Wanted to make sure I said that correctly. Jacqueline has matriculated through Cypher ISD. She went to Duryea, Hopper, Cypress Springs, and now she's a student at Winfern School of Choice. Jacqueline plans to attend Lone Star College and then Austin, UT in Austin. Her desires right now is to be in the medical field. Not quite sure. She's thinking about anesthesiology, a doctor, a nurse, just not certain, but she knows that she wants to be in medicine. Jacqueline lives with her two sisters, her mom and dad. Her mother is here tonight. Her mother works at Andre Elementary. Hi, Mom. And her dad is in construction. Jacqueline, her subjects that she likes the most, she just loves school, all of her classes, but she really enjoys world history and biology, and we expect that with biology since she wants to major in medicine. She struggles with physics, but she loves algebra too. So she's always enjoyed the math part about physics. So today she said that they had a project and in physics, and what she enjoyed most about that project was the math part. So the other part, the concept, she struggles with that a little bit, but she loves it when she has to use her math skills. What she does for her hobbies, she loves fishing and camping, and she also enjoys exploring new things. We had a lot of time to talk. Just look at how beautiful she is. So I said, tell me about that makeup. I could use a little makeup. And Jacqueline talked about that she loves makeup. She loves watching videos about hair and makeup, and so it's just a hobby. She also enjoys making her friends feel pretty. So sometimes she'll do makeup for them for weddings and special occasions. Let's see, she volunteers. She's a member of HOSA. She works at the Volunteers for the Cancer Walk. She's also applied to be a volunteer at Texas Children, and she's waiting to hear from them. She is currently the vice president of her senior class. She's applied to be valedictorian, so we're hoping, not valedictorian, the speaker, graduation speaker for commencement. So we're hoping that she is elected to be the speaker for graduation. So if we could give Jacqueline a round of applause, because we're happy to have her here tonight.
We failed to applaud Allison at the opening of this, so Linda Macias is a shadow. So let's give it up for Allison.
1B. The superintendent will make remarks and announcements, including the honors and achievements earned by staff and students in recent weeks.
Nearly 6,000 Cypress-Fairbanks ISD staff, students, community members, and business partners gathered at the Berry Center in the Cy-Fair FCU Stadium for the 6th Annual Superintendent's Fun Run and Festival, a fundraiser that culminated with CFISD, Memorial Hermann Cypress Hospital representatives presenting a check worth a record $110,000 to the Cy-Fair Educational Foundation. The event featured a 5K run in and around Town Lake and Lone Star College Cy-Fair, and a 1-mile walk on the stadium's home side. Vendor booths, food trucks, bounce houses, and student performances made the day even more special for the whole family. Barney Elementary School won the annual Name That Book competition held March 26 at the Berry Center. The mission of the Name That Book program is to foster lifelong reading in students. The students are provided a list of books and encouraged to read as many as possible, and the program culminates with a series of contests that celebrate the students' knowledge of the books. Congratulations to our Purchasing Services Department and our Director of Purchasing Services, Severin Castro, for receiving the Texas Association of Business Officials 2019 Purchasing Award of Merit for their efficiency and effectiveness in streamlining operations, complying with regulations, increasing transparency, and setting the standard for the utilization of taxpayer dollars. The District 14-6A and District 17-6A soccer seasons concluded with the top 4 boys and girls teams on each side qualifying for the UIL playoffs. Cypress Ranch High School claimed the boys' championship with 45 points in league play, and the Cypress Lakes High School placing second with 40 points. Lingham Creek High School and Cypress Springs High School followed in 3rd and 4th places respectively. On the girls' side, Cypress Woods clinched its second consecutive annual District 14-6A championship with 48 points. Cypress Ranch was the district runner-up with 36 points, while Birchland High School placed 4th with 28 points to claim the program's first ever playoff berth. And in 17-6A, the boys' team from Cypress Ridge took 2nd place, Cypress Falls got 3rd, and Jersey Village finished 4th place. On the girls' side, Cy-Fair High School got 2nd place.
Now we will move on to the board comments section of the agenda. 2A. Any board member may make a comment during this portion of the agenda without prior posting being required. Comment items may not pertain to the character of any students, staff, or board member and may not be discussed or deliberated upon at this meeting.
I would like to thank Dr. Henry for the opportunity to attend the National School Board Association Conference last weekend, or weekend before last, I guess now. It was a great conference. One of my favorite sessions was Succeeding in Academics and Ethics in a Culturally Diverse School District. And it was just an amazing presentation of some things that were happening in a school district where they Skyped with other classes and organizations across the world in class. And we're doing a lot of different great things. I shared it with Dr. Macias that evening over dinner. I was so excited about it. And I know we do a lot of great things in Cy-Fair too, but I think we always, although we know we're the best, we always have room to learn and bring things back home to our school district. So thank you for that opportunity.
The entire board attended the National School Board Conference. One item that I'm always interested in learning is when I go through the different sessions to see where Cy-Fair is. This time I chose to attend 3 different technology sessions. One of them, it was most interesting because CFISD and their technology rollout was lauded as being a model that the rest of the country could follow. And no, the recently retired Frankie Jackson was not a presenter at that. I attended the Apple, I attended 2 of the Apple presentations. And what I found interesting is they knew that my board shadow from last year had been invited to the App Developer Conference out in California. But they also had heard of the excellence in technology and the rollout that has occurred here in Cy-Fair ISD. I know as board members, we typically talk about it over dinner, that we constantly are impressed that this school district is leading not just the state, but is a leader nationally as well. And sometimes we forget what a superb job, Mark, that you and your cabinet and all of the staff at all of our schools are doing. So I just thought I would give a little tip of the hat to y'all for leading the way across the country. Thank you.
Dr. O. I'm sorry. I forgot one thing, and I don't know how I could because it was the most important, and that was to commend Dr. Macias and Bob Covey for the session they were invited to present to the national conference on achieving and sustaining student improvement and growth. It was an amazing session. I've seen them present before, but it always is very gratifying to see how other school districts, and particularly smaller school districts, learn from things that we are doing and the great way that we present things, and they did an awesome job. So thank you to the 2 of you.
Since Amy's my board shadow, you got anything bothering you? Anything you want to get off your chest? You all right? All right. We're good at this end. Thank you.
We were all at NSBA, and it was awesome. And it's always fun to present with Dr. Macias. This last weekend, I went to TASB and serving on the board there, and I just wanted to share with everybody that TASB has put in a new ability to learn how school finance works in the state of Texas at this point in time. It's really a great educational learning capability, and you click on it and you start at the beginning and you kind of work you through the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And I thought that I understood it to a degree, although I think Stuart might agree with me. I think there's really 4 people in the state that truly understand it. Stewart may be one of them. But I would encourage anybody that wants to take a look at how finance is done for the school program. And I guess one of the things that really surprised me, and I don't know why I didn't realize this, is there is a number that is basically what they call the bullet number, and that can change every 2 years with the legislature. So it's not something that's set in concrete, and I don't think it's changed more than twice, maybe 3 times since the mid-90s, if I remember correctly. So if you have the opportunity to go online and read and listen to that, and it's honestly, I'm not a mathematician, but it was really good because it was something that elementary-wise I could understand, and it helped a lot. So if you have the inclination, or even if you don't, take a few minutes and go on there and learn more about how they fund schools in the U.S. Thank you.
And now we will move on to citizen participation. 3A, patrons who have duly registered per policy BED may address the board regarding matters of concern or interest to the district other than the character of any student, staff, or board member. The board may not act upon any matter that is not listed under the action item portion of the agenda. The board will continue with the remaining agenda after the registered patrons have had an opportunity to speak. Our first speaker is Stephanie Ross.
And for all of our speakers, once you commence your comments, the green light will appear. The yellow light will come on when there's 30 seconds left, and when the red light appears, just begin concluding your comments. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. President Ogletree, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Henry, thank you for the opportunity to be here this evening. My name is Stephanie Ross, and I'm the Director of Adult Education with Harris County Department of Education. I'm here tonight on behalf of HCDE, specifically the Education and Enrichment Division, to honor the special partnership we have with Cyfair ISD. As you know, HCDE exists to support public education in Harris County by offering services and initiatives within the 25 districts in Harris County. You may not know this, but in 2017-18, Harris County Department of Education was involved with Cyfair in a tremendous way. 11 out of 15 HCDE divisions work with your district, ranging from business services, Center for Grants Development, Center for Safe and Secure Schools, Case for Kids, School-Based Therapy, and Teaching Learning in the Teaching Learning Center. Last year, we served approximately 80,000 students, 15 teachers and educators. We are very proud of our continued collaboration and how together we positively impact your schools, students, staff, and the local community. The Adult Education Division is especially pleased to provide literacy programs to adult learners at 2 local community centers and at Cy Falls High School. Tonight, we have a couple of small tokens of our appreciation and to commemorate our continued partnership. If I could ask the president and superintendent to come down. So I destroy it. Yeah, if you don't mind. And I'm going to take a picture of what you got. Okay, the HCDE Star Award is presented to Cyfair ISD in recognition of supporting student achievement and staff excellence. The other award here is to commemorate your participation in the district with Center for Safe and Secure Schools. Thank you for the opportunity of working with the district. If I can get my phone.
Our next speaker is Brandon Jackson.
Good evening. Thank you for hearing me. I'm here today to address some concerns and complain about how I feel I was disrespected, profiled, and mistreated at Cypress Lake High School. I feel that because of the way that I look, I was purposely being unhelped, and I was treated unprofessionally by the faculty and staff. On March 21st, 2019, I was arrested from Cypress Lake High School for criminal trespassing while attempting to pick up my daughter from school. I spent 2 days in jail. This was on my son's birthday, and the judge dismissed it because of no probable cause. When I was talking to the secretary, I was asked questions like, "Is this even your daughter?" I was told that I wasn't going to be able to pick her up today. Because I was in education 8 years, I know that there's a policy and a procedure. I wasn't offered any help, but I asked for the policy and procedure, and her mother was on her way up there to come and assist me with getting my daughter out of school. On the way outside of the building by myself, because I was frustrated, I left out. I told the lady, "Thank you," the secretary, "Thank you for being helpful." And on the way outside, I was stopped by a police officer, by the campus police officer. He started talking to me, and I asked him why he was talking to me because of his demeanor. And after I asked him why he was talking to me, he started yelling at me. He told me I don't ask any questions. I can't ask him any questions. I didn't like the way that I was treated, so I asked to speak to his supervisor immediately or the principal. I wasn't allowed to talk to either one of them. I stopped talking to the officer, of course, and went to wait for my daughter's mother to come. She came. I went back into the secretary, and she wanted to put somebody in front of me. She said that I had to wait, and I asked, "Why did we have to wait?" And then I saw the police officer coming again. I exited the building again by my own because I didn't want to deal with that. But as I entered back into the building, I was arrested. No reason, just you're under arrest. What I'm here for today is understanding, accountability, so I can understand what's going on. And that's all I wanted to say. So I don't know how we're going to handle this, but I'm just seeking some accountability and understanding about this situation. Thank you for listening.
Our next speaker is Judith Hall.
Thank you for allowing me to speak, members of the board, and welcome to all the students that are here. I think you guys are incredible, and I was listening to all of your stories. That's really impressive. It's also really impressive because I'm looking behind all of you and I see those purple words that stand for lead. That has a special place in my heart. I was in the military and we hold leadership very, very highly. And unfortunately, I feel like the staff of Franklin Elementary is failing a student right now. He cannot lead. It's not because of his disability. It's not because of his behavior. It's because that we as adults are not handling a situation appropriately. The staff is just not communicating with us what we are trying to do. We voiced for multiple years now since he has entered the school district that we do not want him taking the STAR testing. He is exempted twice already. Well, he has not participated twice already. We've had no serious complaints or anything else. But we were extremely discouraged, his father and I, when he came home and we're putting him to bed and he starts telling us that he's receiving very ill-mannered treatment from his teachers. He's being told that he will be put into remedial classes, that he will have to go to summer school, essentially, that he will not be allowed to have recess, he will not be able to speak to his friends. He's voiced that teachers have yelled at him and that he is now afraid that he will have physical harm come to him because of a teacher, and that breaks my heart. I loved going to school as a kid. His father loved to learn as well, and for him to look at us of his own volition and say, "I'm worried, what can I do?" It's heartbreaking. It really, really is. We've attempted to talk to the school several times about this, and they're not giving us an answer. Most school districts will talk to parents about an opt-out program. They have not told us if you guys have one or not. And we've told them multiple times we don't want him taking the test. It's not for us. We understand why it's important, but it's not something that we want him to do. And it's just exhausting. They sound exhausted. They sound frustrated with us. It's very back and forth negotiations. He recently had an IEP meeting where they glossed over the section of the paper that literally says the parent, guardian, or adult student agrees that they will take all state administered tests. That was never said. They just checked yes and kept on going. And I don't know what can be done about this, but something should be done about this because no student should be afraid of his teachers. So, thank you.
Our next speaker is Julie Heineman.
Good evening. My name is Julie Heineman. I am the community chair for the Long Range Planning Committee. And I'm thrilled to see one of our members here today on the dais, Ali Garza, who's one of our student participants who added tremendous value to the process as we evaluated and prioritized the needs of the district for the next 6 years. One thing I just want to make sure we share with the community that there's a great deal of information available about the proposed bond program online. If you go to cfisd.net and click on the bond banner or /bond, you'll find a tremendous amount of information that's available there. One of my favorite parts of that particular website is looking at campus-specific elements for the proposed 2019 bond program, where you can look at each individual campus. For me as a parent, I found that very helpful to see how my own individual children's campuses would be affected by the proposed bond program. Another element is that you can look and see what was implemented and is still yet to be implemented from the last bond program that was passed in 2014. So I encourage everyone in the community to be informed voters, to go to the website and to look to see what is actually included in the proposed 2019 bond program. I also want to remind everybody that the election, early voting for the election begins April 22nd. It's April 22nd through April 30th, and the actual election is May 4th. This is a Harris County election. The county is running the election, chose the dates, the times, and the locations for voting. All that information is available on the website. Thank you.
Agenda item 4A, written report, was presented at the board work session on Thursday, April 4th, 2019. The board will now proceed with the consensus action items portion of the agenda. 5A, the board will consider approving the tax refunds of $500 or greater for Cypress-Fairbanks ISD. Are there any questions? 5B, the board will consider approving the minutes of March 7th, 2019 regular board meeting. The following non-consensus action items were moved to consensus at the board work session on Thursday, April 4th, 2019. 6A, the board will consider approving the external auditors, Weaver and Tidwell, LLP, to perform the annual audit of the district's financial statements for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2019. 6B, the board will consider approving on the second reading additions, revisions, or deletions to district policies. 1. CCG local revenue sources, ad valorem taxes. 2. CCGA ad valorem taxes, exemptions and payments. 3. CQ technology resources. 6C, the board will consider awarding bids and contracts and/or authorizing purchase orders as recommended in the posted agenda item. 1. Hazardous waste disposal, and 2. Instructional materials such as textbooks, ebooks, workbooks, and teacher materials. 6D, the board will consider approving an update of the district's hazardous traffic conditions resolution as required by TEA to receive supplemental transportation funding. This is for funding purposes only. No students will be affected. 6E, the board will consider approving on first reading additions, revisions, or deletions to the district policies. 1. BJA, Superintendent, Qualifications and Duties. And 2. FNG, Student Rights and Responsibilities, Student and Parent. 6G, the board will consider approving the order ratifying and approving polling locations for the election to be held on May 4, 2019. 6H, the board will consider approving the district instructional material recommendation for handwriting K through 5. 6I, the board will consider approving the district instructional material recommendation for language arts 6 through 8. 6J, the board will consider authorizing the superintendent to finalize and execute a memorandum of understanding with Sam Houston State University for the SHSU College of Education 4+1 Teach program. 6K, the board will consider approving the April 8, 2019 superintendent's contract recommendations to issue probationary term and annual contracts for the 2019-2020 school year for administrators, non-teaching professionals, paraprofessionals, and teachers. The following non-consensus action item remained on non-consensus.
Can we have a motion? Consensus item. Let's read it.
Can we have a motion item for the consensus items approval?
I make a motion that we approve the non-consensus items.
I second.
Consensus items.
I second.
Yes, Tom.
Since the motion's been made and seconded, discussion's available. Quick question on our books and e-books. I already know the answer, but I think from time to time it bears repeating the question. For the reading materials that we are acquiring as part of this $3 million contract, is the material culturally rich and entertainment rich irrespective of gender or culture?
Yes, Mr. Jackson, anytime that we are looking at whether it's ebooks or classroom libraries or for the actual library, our staff is always looking for material that is culturally relevant, and certainly that it is at all levels to meet the needs of our students.
Excellent, thank you.
Are we ready to vote? All in favor of the consensus items, please raise your right hand.
It says unanimous.
It's unanimous. The following non-consensus action item remained on non-consensus. 6F, the board will consider approving the order appointing election officials for the election to be held on May 4, 2019.
Okay, Dr. Ogletree, Board of Trustees, on Thursday evening, I recommended that we keep this item on non-consensus because we were awaiting some final reports from the county on election officials. I think we have the most current list that we have provided you with the updated order. And our bond counsel, Jonathan Frells, has worded that order such that if there are changes or modifications, that the board president would be able to approve those and we'd be able to make those adjustments. So if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
May I have a motion?
the board, I move the board approve the order appointing election officials for the election to be held on May 4th, 2019.
I second.
Are we ready to vote? All in favor, raise your right hand. It's unanimous.
All right, before we conclude our meeting, it has been our custom to have our shadows speak to our audience and to us as to the experience of being here tonight. And so we'll start as we begin tonight over with Allison. So let us hear.
Okay. So I was just thankful to be given this opportunity to shadow these wonderful board members. They have taught me so much about not only what they do at the meetings, but then also getting to shadow on the long-range planning committee. I just think Cypress-Fairbanks gives the students so many opportunities to learn from the district board members, and I think that's a wonderful opportunity. So just thank you.
I just want to say that I'm honored to shadow such amazing board members. They've taught me so much about school finance, about leadership and how they train people. And honestly, it's inspired me to not only get more involved in the school, but to pursue a career in school board myself.
I'd like to thank the board members for allowing me to have this experience. I'm just thankful to see that we have wonderful board members performing these tedious activities for us and just allowing me to grow as a person and as a student. And thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you to Mrs. Snookhouse for nominating me to be a part of this great project, and thank you, Mr. Ryan, for letting me shadow you today. You're very funny. And I'm just so blessed to be a part of such a great district that has given me so many opportunities for my future.
My past couple of years at Fair ISD has a lot to do with these board members, and I'm extremely thankful for all that they've done for us. I didn't realize how much they did for us until I got the opportunity to shadow them, and I'm very excited to pursue a career that hopefully involves working closely with them.
I'm very grateful to have had this opportunity, and I thought I would learn something today, but I'm equally confused as when I stepped into this room.
You shadowed.
But I'm glad to have had this opportunity and seen what goes on behind the scenes.
Like Rishi said, I'm also still pretty confused, but I am honored to be here. I never realized how much the school board actually did for the school district, and I'm just proud to be a member of the Cy-Fair Independent School District. Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure and honor shadowing Ms. Hartley, and thank you to all of the faculty and the principals and the administration at Cypress Woods for nominating me for this opportunity. I think it's been kind of like pulling back the veil sort of moment, because there's so many intricacies in what the school board handles, and it's not as apparent to parents and students outside. So I think I will definitely go back to my community and advocate for parents and students to work more closely with the school board.
First, giving honor to God, honor to the superintendent, honor to Miss Michelle, my principal, and I'd like to thank Mr. Jackson for allowing us to allow me to be here and shadowing you. Thank you for the amazing introduction and everything. But he also gave me the opportunity to talk about the bond proposal. I see that under the section for instructional and support facilities, we have the essential for vision and performing arts. I think that's very important that we get the bond passed and be able to build this special building for just a way to create an equal opportunity for all the schools. The schools that we have, as far as like the older schools that don't have the same acoustics, I guess, in the band hall like some of the newer schools have. So this would be a big benefit to all those schools. Thank you.
I am also very grateful for this opportunity. It was very educational. I really learned a lot and gained a lot of insight as to what the board does for us. And I am even more proud now that I was able to grow up in such an amazing district. Thank you.
I just want to thank the board members for allowing me to be here today. I'm honored to actually be here. It's an amazing day. I haven't never done stuff like this, so this is like a big achievement for myself. But it's crazy how much the board members does for the district, and I am thankful for you guys, so thank you, everybody.
We will now move on to the superintendent's briefing. 7A. The superintendent will provide information regarding district events and items of community interest.
Before Rishi does that role, I do want to say, on behalf of school employees, I'm so proud of all of you seniors up here. I always talk about people are worried about the next generation, the future of this country. And as I go around our high schools and our middle schools and our elementary schools, the country's in better hands than it's in now. And I'm really proud of those people that are going to be taking over our state and federal government in the future. I'm really proud of all of you, and it's such an honor. And of course, like I said, I've known Rishi, and I see all of these people. They're so accomplished. They're so smart, but more than that, the young people of today really have a social conscience, and they want to make sure that opportunities are there for all people in this country, not just a select group. And I think that's the beauty of public ed, and I think that's the beauty of the rainbow that we have up here today. And I'm just excited about the future and thankful for each and every one of you.
Pre-registration for the 2019-2020 kindergarten classes will be held in all elementary schools on April 17th, 2019. Please visit your campus website or contact your school for further information and specific times. Throughout the year, our Board of Trustees, parents, and community business partners provide valuable volunteer services to the district's students, teachers, and support staff. I would like to recognize and thank all of our volunteers. April 7th to 13th is National Volunteer Week. The community support for our district students and teachers is impressive and greatly appreciated. The CFISD Human Resources Department has invited prospective employees who are interested in becoming a part of Cypress-Fairbanks ISD to attend the district-wide career fair on April 24th at the Berry Center. The event will feature administrators from district campuses and departments who will interact with prospective teachers and employees interested in joining our district. Our annual retirement banquet, which is generously sponsored by the Cyfair Federal Credit Union, is scheduled for Monday, April 29th at 6 p.m. at the Berry Center. Honorees include district employees who are retiring during the school year. This event always provides an evening of entertainment, fun, and delicious food as we honor these valued employees. Wednesday, May 8th is National School Nurses Day, and I would like to extend my appreciation to this group of professionals who provide dedicated and caring medical support to our students and districts. On Monday, May 6th at 6 p.m., the district will recognize the Teachers of the Year, who were selected because of their high expectations for student success during the 2018-2019 school year. We will also be recognizing the Paraprofessionals of the Year and the Support Staff Members of the Year for their outstanding service to our staff and students. This event will take place at the Berry Center. May 6th through 10th is Teacher Appreciation Week, and Tuesday, May 7th is National Teacher Day. I would like to personally honor the CFISD educators and acknowledge the crucial role of our district's teachers in making sure every student receives a quality education. This year, CFISD will participate in Take Our Children to Work Day on Friday, May 31st. Although the national event is scheduled in April, students will not be excused from classes on April 25th. We feel that May 31st is a better option so that students can maximize their instructional days and utilize a summer day to accompany their parent to work. CFISD has scheduled annual athletic physical examinations for the 2019-2020 school year at every district high school for incoming high school students and current 6th and 7th grade students. Physical forms must be completed in advance and turned in along with payment at respective high schools. Please visit the athletics page of the district website for specific dates and locations along with updated physical forms and the pertinent 2019-2020 athletic information.
Thank you. We are adjourned.